more than ever, people need to know that the church is still relevant to their world. You and I, we are surrounded by people who are no longer searching for God. And we're surrounded by people who have given up on God. And we're surrounded by people who have never heard the good news of Jesus Christ. And yet today, these people, more than ever, they are hungry and they are starving to have God in their lives. That is why we, as Jesus' disciples, must reach out to them. As the church, it is God's Spirit working through us that those around us can see the evidence of God's love for them. Just as Jesus entered into the broken places in our world to bring healing and wholeness to those around him, we as his disciples are charged to do the same. We are sowers of God's good news to the world, and God has invited us, the church, to become co-creators by planting seeds of hope and seeds of love and seeds of mercy and seeds of compassion into the lives of others. Here are just a few examples of how individuals from your congregation have made that step to make a difference in the lives of others.
My family and I have been coming to this church since about 1992 or so. So pretty much growing up in this church, gone through confirmation and youth group here. And when I got married, my wife and I started helping out with the youth program, helping out with youth group and confirmation for a new generation of kids coming through. So it's been just kind of a natural progression in my membership here at this church to go from my experiences and tying that into helping make new experiences for youth now.
I first got involved with Sneedville in 1996. My daughter and I went on the mission trip, and we kind of viewed it as a construction project, and later on I came to realize how much more it was, but it did play an important role in my daughter's life. She had always been interested in building, and she eventually went on to major in civil engineering and is in the construction business and has come back to Sneedville as an adult for over 10 years and has led construction teams down in Sneedville. So in addition to the spiritual growth and the opportunity to do good works, it was a life-changing experience for her and me as well.
I've been volunteering for Vacation Bible School for many years, probably right after my son was born. And the wonderful thing about volunteering for Vacation Bible School and for music camp too with the children is that it allows me to be able to share a faith walk with my son.
Upward has given me the opportunity to serve in all three of these areas by offering the community an alternative basketball program where every child can play, offering an outreach ministry to reach the unchurched, and lifting up the gospel of Jesus Christ to the kids and their parents who are involved in the Upward program. I pray you find your opportunity to serve in the Upward program or any other program this church has to offer.
Confirmation was a really great experience, just learning about God with all of these people your age that you would get to know, going on mission projects with them.
We're a very mission-oriented church, and it's very impressive to me how we're able to send teams out throughout the country and around the world. But working with Habitat for Humanity is an opportunity for us to make a difference and be in mission right here in our own backyard, here in Northern Virginia, and really fill a need, which is affordable housing for folks. And what makes Habitat so unique is that it's not a handout, it's a hand up. So you're working out there on site with the potential homeowners right next to you. And it truly is wonderful. But there's nothing like the feeling on the day that you get to hand over a set of keys to a new homeowner.
Youth group for me is where friends and family come together in the name of God. And if youth group allows you to connect with your peers in the sense that you're not just hanging out, having fun, but you're also at the same time connecting with God.
For about the past 3 years, we've been helping soldiers and their families out of the Washington area Fischer houses, which are kind of like the military's Ronald McDonald House, by providing material goods for the soldiers and their families, such as chairs and DVD players, building things, but most importantly, personal interaction with the soldiers and their families, taking Christ's word into action to help the family members out during this trying time with their wounded family member. Thank you for all of your support and your stewardship in this project.
I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video presentation. You first heard words from Pastor Samantha Tuttle as she shared the urgency behind our mission of sowing seeds and growing disciples. We live in a world where people are starving to hear the message of the love of Jesus Christ. And that is what we are about as a church, taking the message of the love of Jesus Christ to our community, to our nation, and to our world. You have heard testimonials from a number of Centreville United Methodist Church members who have shared what an impact this church has had on their own lives and on their families. You have heard about how their lives have been transformed through the ministries of this church and the missions and the outreach opportunities of this church in which they have been involved. Certainly, we are sowing seeds and growing disciples at Centreville United Methodist Church. And finally, I want to bring to you a challenge to invest in the life and the mission of your church. I challenge you first to invest your prayers. Pray for your church. Pray for your church staff. Pray for your pastors as we endeavor to reach out into this community and grow disciples. Second, I invite you to invest yourself by being present. We have a new opportunity for worship at the 1102 Connections Contemporary Worship Service. It is now running on a weekly basis. What a wonderful opportunity this is for you to come to a new worship service, to experience a new style of worship, and to invite a neighbor or a friend or a family member or co-worker to come and worship with you this Sunday. So I'm challenging you to invest your prayers, to invest your presence. And I'm also asking you to support your church by investing financially in the future of Centreville United Methodist Church. During this stewardship campaign, we are asking each of our members, and we are doing the same thing, to take a step up in your financial support of your church. Take a step closer to tithing if you do not currently tithe, and we're asking you to take a step beyond that if you do tithe, giving 10% of your income to Jesus Christ through your church. And we also want to share that if your circumstances change throughout the year and you would like to adjust your pledge upward or downward, you may do so by calling the church office and speaking to Christy Wintrow. So invest by praying. Invest in the future of your church by being present. Invest by supporting your church financially. And invest by serving Christ through your church. There are many opportunities for you to be involved in mission and outreach at Centreville United Methodist Church. I encourage you to find your place in your church today and begin sowing seeds and growing disciples.
So let's sing unto the Lord, for He's done excellent things. Let it be known in all the earth. So let's sing unto the Lord, for He's done excellent